Okay guys, now this might not look much, but it's enough for us to cover the basics of HTML and its essential tags. With that being said, let's dive right into the video. Before we get started, you are going to need a code editor for this tutorial. If you already have one, you are good to go. If you don't, just go over to this website, code.visualstudio.com, and get your own code editor. If you have another code editor and you want to follow with my instructions, then I advise you get the Visual Studio Code Editor for the purpose of this tutorial, so we can be on the same page. And once you finish downloading the editor, follow the on-screen instructions, then you install it. After you're done installing it, just go back to your desktop like what you are seeing on my screen, right click and create a new folder. Create a new folder. For this, I will call it YouTube tutorial. Excuse me. I call it YouTube tutorial. Now open your Visual Studio Code Editor and drag this folder inside of it. Now drag the folder inside and you have what you see here on my screen. Then click on this plus arrow to create a new file and call it index.html. While the file is being created, I just want to break something really quick to our notice. If you go over to this tab here that says extensions, you need this extension so that you can follow up with this tutorial. First of all, you need Prettier code. Good. It's a code formatter that helps us to make our code really good looking. Another one, Lifesaver. Just search for Lifesaver and you get this one over here. Click on install and it will install inside your VS Studio Code. Like you can see, mine is installed already. So you finish creating your index.html file, just press shift 1 on your keyboard and click enter. Now you get this full HTML boilerplate. This is a boilerplate for HTML. Now let's talk about this for a second. You see this DOCTYPE, it tells the browser that the HTML file is HTML5, so it will use HTML5 re-rendering to render this HTML document on your browser. Now this header here, this header tag here covers everything you see on your any website whenever you visit a website. And in this header, all these meta tag are contains informations. For example, for SEO, that is search engine optimization, you use this meta for that. And again, if you want to link to other HTML files, for example like your style sheet, you link to it in this header file, in this header tag over here. We will talk more about that in a second. Now this title, what this title does is it gives the name of our website. That is the name of the web page. It shows the name of the web page. Like here, for example, now is Visual Studio Code, code.visualstudio.com. You can see on top of the web page we have the Visual Studio Code editor. Yeah, hopefully that should make sense. If we save this file, Ctrl S on your laptop, and you click this go live, if you download that, if you are done downloading that Lifesaver, if you look at the bottom menu over here, this bottom panel, you will see the go live button here. Just click on it and our document will go live. Now you can see, give it a little time. Now you can see it's showing documents at the top here. If we go over to our Visual Studio Code and change this to portfolio, portfolio, and click save on our laptop, you see this name, the name of this web page will change to portfolio. So basically in this header tag, you use it to, this header tag here, you use it to put any information concerning the method tag, links to resources, and of course it is also used to get the name, to write the name of our of our web page using the title tag, using the subtitle tag inside of it. Hopefully that should make sense. Now moving further, we have the body. This body element contains everything you see about a web page. It contains all the documents in a web page. For example, this Visual Studio Code Editor, everything you are seeing here on this website are contained in a body tag. If you should inspect this website, right click and go to inspect. Now inside of this element, you will see everything regarding this website is contained in a body tag. As you can see right here, is contained in a body tag. So all your documents are contained inside this body tag, starting from the header down to the navigation. Now if we want to start, like I said, in this our personal, in our demo website, as we'll be making this in this video, first of all, to do this, well, we need a couple of things. First of all, you need a header tag, just to make sure, that's just to tell the browser that this is the header of this web page, so that we can make our navigation over there. Inside this header, you use the nav tag. This nav tag is basically used for navigations. Then you have the unlisted. This is an unordered list. It shows a list of elements in bullet points. I will also talk more about that. Then this is a list, and the lists are individual items in an unordered list or in an ordered list. Inside of this unordered list, for example, if I should put the home page right here, now if I said home, since we are making our navigation, and inside this list is just an individual item in an unordered list or an ordered list. And say contact page, contact, and the last about me, Ctrl S. Now if we go back to our website, you can see, since it's an ordered list, everything are shown in bulleted points. But if we go back and change this unordered list to ordered list, or you see what will happen. Ctrl S for save. Go back to our website. Now you can see everything is ordered, starting from number 1 to 3. Now if I keep doing it, if I should duplicate this again now and keep doing it, you see everything will start going from 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 and etc. to infinity, except you want to stop. Yeah. So Ctrl Z to undo all this, and of course we need the unordered list now. So the unordered list and ordered list, the unordered list is used to show an item in bulleted points, just like we said earlier, and the ordered list is used to show an item in numbers. Hopefully that should make sense. Now we have the section tag. It's used to segment a different section of our website to fulfill a specific purpose. For example, the hero section, the about us section in a single website. Use a section to segment a web page. And for this one, for this tutorial, I'm using a section for this hero side here. Then we have a div. A div is basically used to bring together elements that have the same purpose. This div, we need to have two div here. This div, in this first div, we have our H1, because which is this hello and vitro cell. And of course our H2, which it says full stack developer. And the P tag, this says passionate about creating beautiful and professional web experience. Now you can see we have used this div now to create a section. That is, we have used this div. Inside this hero section, we use the div to segment the things that are related. Yeah, the things that are related. Yes, we use the div to segment it. Basically, you'll be using this div a lot of the times. Most developers don't use the section. Even me, sometimes I use the div, forgetting about the section. Yeah, of course, I use the div, forgetting about the section. But then it's important to also know about the section tag. Now, after the div and the section tag, we have, you see, I wrote h1, then the p tag. The h1 is basically a heading text, is a heading element, a heading tag. The h1 is, it has an hierarchy, like its hierarchy is like this, from the h1 down to h6. H6 is the smallest, while h1 is the biggest. If I write anything now, for example, full stack developer and a software engineer, now you can see the h6 is really small, while the h1 is the biggest. Okay, yeah. Now in this other div, so I'll be bringing in the image from my assets folder to, okay, let me use this one. Good. Actually, I prefer the other one. Okay, yeah. Now the link to these images are in the description if you want to check them out. As I was saying, this img tag right here is used to show images on your website. This SRC stands for source, and is saying where is the image located. For me right now, you can say I wrote ./access/man.jpg. That is because the image is located in my file folder right here. If you don't have it, just my file folder right here. Yes. Now that is that, and we're done with the hero section. Another section that we need now is the about mix section. Just like we did in the hero section, we are doing the same thing here. So basically, there's nothing new to explain. And the image about me here. Now, just like we did in the previous section, we just click ./access/void.jpg, nothing new. Then we have the h2 about. I just copy this and paste, Ctrl S for save. Here we go. Now you can see how my code is formatted pretty much very well. That is the work of Prettier, the extension we installed earlier. It's doing its job very well. Now if you look at this website, you can see this full stack web developer is italicized, and this ROI is bolded. Now this is how I did it. This HTML tag em is used to initialize a text, and for this ROI I use this HTML tag called strong, and it made everything bold. Look at it right over here, you can see them right here. So basically I'm almost done with everything. Now we have the contact page, which of course is the contact section. We have the contact section, which also has an h2 tag. Now here we have the form, inputs, type test. We need to have another input here of the same type. Then we need to have a text area. This should be an email actually. This form, just as the name implies, is a form that you use to get information from the user. And how is this being used? For example, if you go to a website, you can see sometimes they tell you to subscribe. They'll give you an input feed where you enter your email address, then a button for you to click subscribe. Yeah, that is the work of the form right here. Right now, we are using the input element to get the input from the user, while the form is used to structure everything. Now, this type is very important. This type will tell the input tag what kind of variable is it going to receive, what kind of format of what format is it receiving. If it's of type text, it's receiving letters. If it is of type text, it is receiving letters. If it is of type password, you see when you start typing, for example, let's say for example, excuse me, password, and you go over to your website, and now if I start typing, you see everything is showing in form of a password. But if you change it back to text, and as you start typing, you see everything is showing as a text. Oh, back. Yeah, everything is showing as a text. This required tag elements that are added is because so that users will not just go and click on the submit button or subscribe button when they haven't filled in their name and everything over here. Yeah. And then the last but not the least is the footer. I'll just add a p tag and say copyright at victory. Let's say full stop. Now that is how I built this very website you see right here. The same thing is what I did here. Now I observed there's something I did add in this nav header, which is of course is to our logo. Yeah, now we are done with everything. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel. In our next video, I will show us how to turn our website from this very looking static page that is not beautiful to something more beautiful like this that you are seeing right now.